Welcome back to Lesson Planning Life. My name's Thomas, and school starts in less than a week. So in addition to this project, I have very much been dusting off all my old lesson plans from last year, making different tweaks and revisions, and adding in some new insights and wisdom that I've gained this year. Right now, I'm really interested in thinking about uncertainty and talking with my sophomores about uncertainty and what that looks like. And also reframing accountability and structure is something that I've kind of stayed away from a little too much in the past. And this time is great. I clearly love lesson planning, like this phase of the year when I am thinking up systems and optimizing and researching and getting excited to apply all of the new stuff that I learned the last year. It's a great place to be. And it's a great place to be with this project as well. But especially at the faculty meeting today, I was struck with the reality that in less than a week, we're going to be in it with the real work. Like the classroom is going to be happening. There are going to be dozens of teenagers to manage, a bunch of emails to juggle, all of my different classes, all the chaos, all the stuff that I couldn't plan for, that no matter how good my systems are going to be, that's where the real learning and the real work happen. And that's stressful, but it's also really exciting. And especially as someone working on applying some of these principles to their own life, it means a lot more this year than I think it ever has. The same time that the semester is starting for my high school, my own personal semester class is also starting. So I've officially dropped Unit 1. I just wrote that Substack and released it this afternoon. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. And this is all about building a base. When I think about getting to work and doing versus planning, the first story that came to mind was my first year when I was student teaching in Denver. My roommate Andrew was training to be an Olympic qualifier for the marathon. And naively, I thought I'd join him for one of his first runs. I had been running a couple times, and I knew I could run like a 7-8 minute mile. He said for his easy days, he'd be a little faster than that, but I figured I'm older, I'm more in shape, like I'll be able to keep up. Unsurprisingly, I was quickly humbled. Turns out that is very hard to do. You actually get slower the heavier and older that you get if you have not been practicing that. And as a result, when I got back after that run, I did what I normally do. I started to watch dozens of YouTube videos. I listened to podcasts on running science and sports science. I bought a book. I bought a heart rate monitor. I got super deep into figuring out like how can I have the perfect running routine. All the while I was maybe running like twice a week because I wasn't ready to have a perfect routine yet. And when I showed Andrew all this research, when I talked about it at dinner, he was very polite and he just said he wasn't really into that kind of thing. Like he just kind of ran how he felt and had goals that he was working toward. And when I asked what he thought I should do, he said, build a base, just run. You just need to run a lot more. And he was very much right. And even though it's been 3 years since running with Andrew, I feel like I've relearned that lesson over and over and over. And despite all of this evidence here, this is the first time I feel like I'm ready to kind of live into that, of getting going and doing it. And for me, the most efficient way of doing that is in a classroom. So I'm leaning into kind of some of those structures, some due dates, more accountability. It's a lot easier to write an essay when it's a topic you're personally invested in and that you have announced on all of your social media accounts. There's a little bit more fire to go there. But there's also just a lot of momentum for me going into my third full year of teaching to really model the systems and the processes that I'm using to teach, but I'm also hoping my students are grasping as well. I don't think I'm going to talk through all of Unit 1, what building a base looks like, in this video because 1, it's already past my bedtime, and 2, I'm keeping these videos pretty casual and relaxed for the moment. But I'm thinking of some cool ways to make some templates and visualize the way I'm thinking about these things, which will be either here or on Instagram or somewhere in the next few days. So the big idea with Unit 1 is building a social and freelancing base. This is in part just to get the reps in, to just run, to write the essays, to shoot the videos every week, and to learn some basic skills, but also to start to pay back some of this equipment and to use this creative outlet also as another income stream. So practicing, reaching out to clients, shooting, doing some spec work in different fields. So I'm going to be documenting a lot of that process the next 3 months. That's kind of the container for Unit 1 that I've given myself. I have some very specific goals that are outlined more in the essay or on Instagram, and I'm excited to jump into that along with my students who will be on campus in less than a week. So that's all for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great week.